when you look back on this season, kind of holistically, that yes, it's not over. There's 3 games left. Playoff seeding still to be determined. When you look back on it, they've won 46 games already. Potentially could win 49. The expectations around Vegas were about 40, 39, 40. After winning 37 games last season, this is a big year for them. Whatever the future holds, we'll put that in the rearview mirror. But in the here and now, when you look back on the season that they've had, this is an organizational success, man, from top to bottom. You start with Leon Rose and his regime rebounding from the disastrous acquisitions they made last year, trying to improve the team. They brought in Kemba and Fournier. They tried to get him on the cheap. Didn't work out. You know, they did bring back Rose, and they brought back my guy, Alec Burks. Didn't work out there, so to speak. And Julius took that step back. It was a bit of a nightmare. But obviously, the Brunson acquisition was their home run. We were waiting for that home run acquisition. That was it. Jalen Brunson's acquisition was that home run for Leon Rose. You look at Julius Randle playing at an all-star level this year. Give credit to him. Give credit to the coaching staff. Whoever they needed to get him back right, he's back right. Look at Quicklye, man. You have a draft pick in Quicklye who was picked in the 20s. In the running, a strong favorite for the NBA Sixth Man of the Year. All right, one of your homegrown talents is being recognized as one of the best reserves in the year, in year 3. Mm-hmm. In year 3, Malcolm Brogdon's been he's an old man in basketball terms. I mean, he's not that old, but you know, he's been there.
I get what you're saying.
He's been in the dance. He's been in a number of teams, from Milwaukee, Pacers, Celtics. Quickly's doing this in year 3.
Yeah.
Right. The Hart acquisition at the trade deadline. What that's done to elevate this second unit, combined with Immanuel Quicklye, best second unit in the game. Hartenstein, told you guys about Hartenstein. From the acquisition, didn't pan out for about half the season. Now he's playing the brand of basketball that you had hoped when he came in, and he's adding defense to his game. So now your center position has been fortified with depth and versatility. There's a lot of wins for this organization, man. Definitely a lot of wins. And at that mark on December 12th, December 3rd, 4th, they were 10-13. Couldn't really get off the blocks. Well, yeah, they had a couple of impressive wins on the road at that time when Utah was at the top of the West, and Denver, you know, their road trip was successful, but overall, they couldn't really string anything together. And as a report said, you had Tom Thibodeau fearing for his job. He shortens the rotation. Since that point, December 4th, 2022, from shortening the rotation, they have the third best offense in the NBA. They have, I'm going to call it 2 all-stars. I don't care what anybody says. Brunson was an all-star.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Forget all that. Julius made it. Brunson was an all-star. He was good as anybody that played in that game. And they wasted time with the whole Giannis thing. Giannis coming in and you know, with a bum hand to shoot a Matador D layup and then go sit his ass down for the rest of the game. That was ridiculous. Brunson was an all-star to me. So you had 2 all-stars. You have a guy in Sixth Man of the Year contention. Draft picks contributing. Trade acquisition successful. It's a good year, man. Obviously, you want them to be competitive in the next round. But this was a good year. To me, I look at this year as a success, no matter what happens.
Yeah, I don't know how you can't classify this year as a success. I mean, think about what this front office did, CP, and what Tom Thibodeau did, right? Because you still had Derrick Rose, Evan Fournier. You started off with those guys in the rotation. You traded for Cam Reddish, but you removed all those guys away, right? And then you went to a 9-man rotation, and six out of your 9 guys were drafted by this team. Okay, before Josh Hart came here, it was Deuce McBride, and this team was still winning. This team was still showing out.
Yeah.
And then even when Mitchell Robinson was out, you had Jericho Sims, drafted talent, good signings. Okay, they started to show that they trusted with the talent that they had within in order to build on this success. And when you think about it that way, and then you're looking around the NBA, and if you let's just put on the GM cap. Think about if you want to trade for another guy who, whatnot, whatever, right? You're looking at the Knicks. 6 out of 9 guys just contributed to where they are right now, going to be in the postseason.
Yep.
I don't care what you say. All their values have just been raised because they show that they're winning characters, okay? Even down to Deuce McBride, you're like, wow, that guy contributes to winning. Yo, he helped them beat the Portland Trailblazers. Yo, he was helpful against the Los Angeles Lakers. Even Deuce McBride. So when you look at it from that aspect, they just locked up another playoff spot, 2 within the 3 years of this regime, right? And now you're, even though, and it's top, both times that they've done, it's not like you went through the plan to go do it. Top 6,
4 or 5.
both times.
4 or 5.
Both times, all right?
Tibbs haters got to come forward, man. They went 36-20 since he made that change in the postseason now. Likely 5th seed. Got into the 4th seed 2 years ago. In the postseason 2 out of 3 years. You take a step back and look at it. It's a good job.
Good thing they didn't fire him from last year, right? Good thing you stuck it out because he did win Coach of the Year. And then you want to add in on the fact that not only did the front office believe in the talent and the coach believe in the talent, but things that we asked from Tibbs to do last season, stagger your rotations, be a little bit more creative, right? Mm-hmm. We're starting to see that even though some of these things come at times when it's due to injury, the staggering part is still happening, okay? RJ runs with the second unit now, all right? Mm-hmm. And even when RJ was out, you had Randle running with the second unit. You see Brunson coming in there. You start to see different rotations. So the fact that we're seeing a coach learning, we're seeing this front office trust the talent that they have, and now you're telling me that 2 out of 3 years that you've been here with the talent that you chose, all right? Mm-hmm. We didn't even really talk about Grimes either because Grimes was projected to be a 3-and-D guy. Year 2, that.
Yeah.
Okay? In year 2, he is making impactful plays and helping this team win. Look at tonight.
And guarding the best players in the league every single night.
Okay? That's the win. So, and it just keeps adding to why I jump out the window, man. Because when you watch this team as it's progressed every single way, whether it's the 8-game winning streak, the 9-game winning streak, beating guys without some of your top players like Mitchell Robinson going against the Cavs and the Boston Celtics, you get Josh Hart, and you just add to the foundation that you have this team, and now it's just taken to a whole other level. Now you're talking about you're not only 9, you're 10 deep. Yeah. You go to Deuce McBride, it's not like he's going to it's not a complete washout there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I will get that as a success. Now, playoffs is going to be a different thing, but if you're talking about regular season success, absolutely, 100%.